was supposed to be birthing something else today. Someone else today. But instead, I'm birthing this. 1 week before I found out I was pregnant, I was in the shower and had a vision of me talking to 2 children, my children. And we were joking about they must be demigods. And that would explain why their dads were never around. And in that moment, I realized that I was carrying shame about being a single mother. I felt it. I witnessed it. I accepted the fact that I was a single mom, and I loved me. I loved every aspect of it. Not so much the hard stuff, but I appreciate the journey. I appreciate how much it's made me grow. A week later, I found out there was those 2 lines. And now I had to live it again. But that journey, this journey, has helped me grow and heal so much. Now, I'll share stories about the pregnancy, the highs, the lows. But this is about the shame that was there that I didn't even know. Now, I found out November 19th that the pregnancy there was a possibility that it wasn't viable, but they wanted to give my body time to process and or the baby to grow. So I had my next appointment date set, December 12th. And unfortunately, it was there that I found out that it wasn't viable. And my body was dealing with what was called a missed miscarriage. So my body still felt like it was pregnant and still doing all of the things, even though the baby was no longer with us. Now, that night, I sat in the bathtub and I grieved and I cried. And I cried out to God and I prayed and I said whatever, right? Like when you're in that place, I felt it all. I remember distinctly saying, because this wasn't my first time going through this, unfortunately, but I remember saying, God, let me use this pain to alchemize. Let me use this to heal to the depths of whatever else I need to heal, because I don't want to go through this again. And I want to use this for my highest good and the highest good of all. So that's what this is. This is me sharing. Now, within 24 hours of me praying that prayer, I found myself in the depths of hell. I was laying in bed, physical agony, emotional agony, spiritual agony, and him stood there arguing with me. Now, I already knew that we were not in the best place when it started, because when I seen those 2 lines just the day before, I said I would never talk to him again unless I found out I was pregnant. So that's what initiated this next go round in the on again, off again cycle we had found ourselves in. Since 7th grade. He was one of my best friends at that time and my first crush. Life had happened and we drifted apart, but somehow we found ourselves together in this weird cycle. Well, here we were on this day, and he was arguing with me. Now, because I see energetically, I knew it was because he couldn't meet me in my depths there. He couldn't meet me in that pain. All I wanted was his presence. And he couldn't show up for himself. So for me to think that he could show up for me there. But that's where I saw her. That's where I saw 13-year-old me. Because in that moment, as I was arguing with him and seeing what was happening and choosing to forgive him, choosing to love him in that mess, choosing to forgive him, she felt safe enough to come out. Now, I couldn't deal with that now because I needed to deal with what I was going through in that situation. But after he left and he walked out of my life for the final time, those stories will be more to come because so much was revealed. So much. A couple days later, after the process had gone and I was sitting in my quiet time, my alone time, talking to Spirit, figuring out what was going on within me, I wanted to see her again. I wanted to talk to her. So I invited that part of me, 13-year-old me, to come forward. I wanted to know, why did she feel safe enough to come forward now? What was going on with her? She carried so much pain and so much shame. She had felt so hidden and hid herself so well inside of me. I didn't even know. And I chose to feel her, witness her pain, forgive her, have her forgive me. It was a beautiful process, and I felt her integrate. And I felt something within me shift. I now find myself with the courage to stand before you and share my stories, share my hardest, darkest parts, and equally share my highest highs and my light, my shadows and my light, if you will, to fully be seen, to fully allow vulnerability, because that is something that 13-year-old me never would have thought possible. She was hiding and holding on to so much. And I just allowed it. I loved her. It's been such an amazing journey, a beautiful healing journey of releasing the shame and the guilt that I've carried for over 20 years unknowingly. And in this last 7 months, healing myself through this process and loving myself has been so foundational. It has been so amazing. So that's what I'm here to do with you and share with you, are these stories of my healing and my transformation, in hopes to encourage you to heal and love and know that it's possible to build a life that you love, to know that you're not alone, to know that loving yourself is not a mood, it's a practice. And if you want company sitting in it, or you don't know where to start, that's what I do. And I'm here. Join me as I continue to share other stories, episodes of this series. Until then, I love you, and I hope you love you.